hey there, I'm popping in again. I want to continue to show up so that you can hear my voice and associate it with my face as I continue to bring these incredible solutions to the marketplace for those women that are looking to make that pivot from corporate to entrepreneur. Now, if we haven't met, I'm Denise Taylor, and I help corporate women answer that call to entrepreneurship without sacrificing stability, without sacrificing excellence, and without sacrificing their identity. Now, I have been showing up in this space because I understand in this season it is important for you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Now, I am not a horse, let me just say that. But the sentiment is this: understanding my heart and what I am able to help you accelerate in your business is important for you to hear from me. Now, recently, I have been talking a lot about positioning. And when you're making that move from corporate to entrepreneur, it is important for you to begin to understand the power of positioning in a very new way. You see, when we start negotiating between what it takes to make a sale and convert business versus what it took for us to be successful in corporate, it begins to feel very awkward. It feels very weird. In fact, we have these thoughts racing through our mind where we say to ourselves, I do not want to be salesy. And while you don't want to be salesy, you at the same time don't want to be invisible. You want to show up and be relevant. You want people to understand what you bring to the marketplace, and you want to understand how to do it in a way that honors you and honors the value you are bringing in. Now, this is a very interesting tension because you know how to be successful. You came from a space where you ran the show. You were in the room and people were listening to your voice. They were taking your guidance and they were following through and getting the results that you were charged with delivering. But when you pivot over to entrepreneurship, the whole scene changes. Your authority, while it is still in place, it needs to be reframed. You see, in corporate, your authority was just kind of conferred. It came with your title. It came with your results. It came with the org structure. It was given to you. People essentially trusted the system, and by virtue of them trusting the system, it operated for you without too much of a push. Now, we know there are always political dynamics, but for the most part, if you are running the show, you are given that trust. Now, in entrepreneurship, though, your authority isn't assigned. It doesn't come from a structure. It doesn't come from your title. In fact, it is required to be expressed. And this is where it starts to feel different because what worked for you in corporate isn't working for you in the marketplace in the same way. What I want you to know is your authority is intact. The power that you have, the presence that you have, all of those things are completely intact. They just need to be reframed. And when you don't know how to frame the thing that you're good at doing in this new space, it starts to feel weird, awkward, and out of sorts for you. And your resolve is you think that it's not working. What I want you to know is the real solution is really repositioning your authority. It's not about trying to hype yourself up with more posts or pretty pictures or AI pictures, if you will. It really is about the clarity of your positioning. And so it really forces you to remove yourself from the performance and driving the results and the outcome in the same way that you did to get it inside those walls. And it puts pressure on you to show up as a leader. To show up as a leader who can express the perspective that you have and the impact that you can make. So when the authority that you already have, that is already proven and that is already valuable, is reframed and positioned in the marketplace in the right way, your messaging and your sales will begin to shift. One of the things that I have curated is an experience of how to go from this generic messaging of really touting what you can do to moving into a magnetic place where it is understood the perspective and impact that you can make will make a difference in your business. And that is what I'm going to be talking about in Reframe Your Authority. Now, this is a 2-day experience that I have curated and I am inviting you into. It's an absolutely free opportunity for you to get in the room with me and understand more about what I am talking about. I want you to know that there is an answer for the awkwardness that you feel. And this event is going to take place on January 26th and 27th in the evening. It's free to register. All you need to do is go to www.ReframeYourAuthority.live and just register right there, and you'll get all the information, including a calendar invite to meet me in the room. Now, I do want to leave you with 5 quick takeaways. I think it's important. Corporate gave you confidence, but entrepreneurship truly requires conviction. Confidence and conviction are 2 very different things. You know how to show up confidently. We feel it when you enter the room. It doesn't matter if you enter the room at a restaurant, at church, at home, or the boardroom. We feel your confidence. But in the marketplace, your conviction needs to be just as powerful. The second takeaway is you can't sell your resume. So you can't sell your org structure. You can't sell your title. Those things are valuable things in terms of what you've been able to accomplish, but they will not move the needle in your business. You have to sell a point of view. The third takeaway is this: expertise isn't enough if the market can't see it. You have got to show up visible in the marketplace in a way that resonates with the person that you've been called to help. They got to know you can solve the problem that they have. Number 4, marketing feels manipulative until it becomes clear. It feels like you can't get it to work. It feels like you're trying to execute some type of trick, but once you get clarity, it will streamline and become very simple for you. And so what we reach to first is to get clear on what it is that you're bringing to the marketplace and how to talk about it. And finally, number 5, sales feel scary without authority. It feels scary until your authority is reframed in a way that makes it obvious for them to work with you. So again, I want to invite you in to this incredible experience where I'm going to go deeper about this nuance in the corporate to entrepreneur journey. And I'll be back with more to share about what makes a difference when you are making that pivot.